Happy Halloween to Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. As autumn spreads its golden hues across Britain and Windsor's trees shimmer in amber tones, the Prince and Princess of Wales find themselves welcoming the familiar rhythm of the half-term holiday. For most families, it's a simple pause between school terms, but for William and Catherine, it's a rare and precious interlude before the most demanding stretch of the royal calendar begins. According to several anecdotes, our beloved princes and princess have previously embraced the spirit of the season and celebrated Halloween, which falls during their half-term break from the Lambrook School this year. The family are expected to spend much of the break at Onmer Hall, their Norfolk retreat, where seaside walks, muddy boots, and the sound of laughter fill the air. There, they can live freely, away from cameras and protocol, relishing the rare privacy that countryside life affords. For anyone doubting how down-to-earth the Waleses are, the magazine published a photo of Princess Catherine taking her kids trick-or-treating the previous Halloween. The snap showed the devoted mother standing at a wrought iron gate with George, Charlotte, and Louis, with leaves on the ground around them by the families. A neighbor Jay Rutland's post with a jack-o'-lantern emoji. Though it was difficult to discern the children's outfits in the picture, Princess Catherine carried a bag perhaps to haul candy. A few years before, Princess Catherine was also spotted shopping for Halloween costumes at a Sainsbury's supermarket in Norfolk, where her family has a country house, Onmer Hall. She brought two eldest along for the shopping excursion in October 2019, where local Kathy Whitaker spotted her perusing the Halloween section. A love of Halloween might run in the Middleton family, as Princess Catherine's mom, Carol, previously called the holiday as one of her favorite parts of fall. The doting grandmother of the Wales trio wrote on the Instagram profile for Party Pieces in 2022, the year before she sold the party supply business she started in 1987. Halloween is an autumn highlight for me. I can still remember the fun and frights from my own childhood. The chance to dress up, decorate pumpkins, and go trick-or-treating. I've even grown my own pumpkins this year, so I'm looking forward to decorating those with my loved ones. She added about the activity she planned to tackle, maybe with her grandchildren. While we know King Charles and Queen Camilla aren't giving out candy at the palace gates, however, other members of the family enjoyed it and had some holiday traditions of their own. Someone who used to work for the family was asked what the royals do on the spooky holiday. The king's butler Grant Harold remembered, "There were staff parties, and staff were encouraged to have fun and attend events." The younger royals, Catherine, Prince William, and Prince Harry, used to go off to Halloween parties or have one themselves with their friends. He also recalled one party the now Prince and Princess of Wales threw several years back when he worked for them in Scotland. One year that stands out was 2009, when they hosted a Halloween party at one of the remote cabins on the estate. It was a secluded spot, perfect for a private gathering. Another butler and I handled the decorations, decking the place out with cobwebs, fake spiders, plenty of spooky touches to set the mood. The meal itself wasn't Halloween-themed, but we made sure the cabin looked the part. They invited a small group of close friends, about 12 people in total. It wasn't a fancy dress event. Everyone came in smart casual clothes, jeans, and shirts. I'm not sure if Prince Harry was there that night, but William usually made a point of inviting him to these kinds of things. And 3. Like many modern-day parents, the Prince and Princess of Wales have openly shared their desire to reduce their children's screen time. The couple does allow their kids to use phones and tablets occasionally, but they prioritize face-to-face interactions in their home life. The Waleses have one non-negotiable rule at home: no mobile phones for their children. Speaking to actor Eugene Levy, earlier this month, William revealed, "None of our children have any phones, which we're very strict about." While William and Catherine have their own personal mobiles, they are rarely seen using them in public. During a visit to Onside Youth Zone in Hammersmith and Fulham, London earlier this year, William spoke to a youngster who confessed to relentlessly scrolling. "The grown-ups are guilty of it too. We have got to be better at it, our phones too. We spend ages on our phones," he said. The prince also said the family prioritized shared mealtimes. When Eugene asked whether they all sit and eat together, the prince said, "Yes, absolutely. Yes, definitely. So, we sit and chat. It's really important." Catherine encourages her family to get outside rain or shine, and she previously revealed in a podcast interview that her favorite times with her family are outside in the countryside and we're all filthy dirty. Princess Catherine puts great emphasis on the benefits of being outside and stresses nature's role in both increasing mental well-being and how crucial it has been for her own recovery. And since then, she has released a series of Mother Nature videos, expanding on the theme of nature as the seasons change. Her husband elaborated on the kind of activities his children do, instead of being glued to devices. And sports play a big part in their school and home life. Louis loves the trampoline, so he's obsessed with trampolining, and actually Charlotte does a lot as well. As far as I can tell, they just end up jumping up and down on the trampoline, beating each other up most of the time. Apparently, there is an art to it. Charlotte does her netball as well, and her ballet. And so keeping them busy with sports and being outdoors is really important. George loves his football and his hockey. Going hand in hand with sports is the family's love for nature. Catherine has long banged the drum for spending time outdoors, and several of their personal family photos and videos they have shared publicly show the Waleses climbing sand dunes, running through the woods, and playing on swings. A sense of how the princess has handed on a love for being outside to her kids has come over in her chats during outings with scouts this year. The Princess of Wales also gave an insight into what they like doing on a recent outing with young scouts at Windsor Castle. One person came to mind for Catherine when a particular game came up. Her youngest, Prince Louis, who loves conkers. Reports in recent weeks have reignited debate over Andrew's past statements, following the release of correspondence, suggesting he allegedly maintained contact with Epstein longer than he had previously admitted. The controversy has placed the king in an increasingly difficult position, as calls grow for greater accountability from senior royals. Andrew, alongside his daughters Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, has allegedly confided to friends that the king wants Royal Lodge to be the Queen's Windsor residence should she outlive him. The arrangement could be similar to Queen Elizabeth II's mother, Queen Elizabeth, who lived in Royal Lodge when she became a widow and moved out of Windsor Castle. Due to the watertight lease that Andrew signed in 2003, the king cannot legally evict him from the property. He had tried to force his hand last year by cutting off his funding, but Andrew continues to fund the costly maintenance costs required to uphold his lease, which lasts until 2078. Proud Andrew had been determined to stay put, repeatedly telling couriers that he had every right to remain. But with the controversy of his living arrangements showing no sign of abating, the palace is keen for the matter to be dealt with once and for all. While the king's aides have rejected the suggestion, Andrew has remained adamant about the idea. Moreover, Her Majesty, who became a member of the royal family by marriage in 2005, is unlikely to want to live alone in such a large residence even for only part of the year, reports the outlet. Queen Camilla owns Ray Mill House, the Grade 2 listed family house in Wiltshire she bought with the divorce settlement from Andrew Parker Bowles, her first husband, and it is said to be the place where she feels most at home. The Castle of May, in the far North Highlands, has been in the royal family since the 1952, but is very far from Andrew's current residence. King Charles may be considering sending Prince Andrew, who has already given up some of his titles and honors, to a Scottish castle in the Highlands. The Castle of May, in the far north of Scotland, is a 673-mile car journey from Windsor, where he currently resides in Royal Lodge. If Prince Andrew is indeed to be banished there, it is suggested he will be going without his ex-wife Sarah Ferguson, who has remained loyal to him over the years.